La cocaína no es más mala que el whisky.
No, no, I couldn't do that.
Hi, good morning, campers. You're watching the Bourbon Neanderthal. Today, we're just going to have some fun. I got a couple new bottles I want to try. I got a bottle kill that we're going to enact right here today. This is happening. This has been a great bottle. I've had some store picks of Woodford Double Oak that are killer too, but this, man, we're going to kill it because it's been that good. We're also going to try a little something that my good friend Reed Linhart donated because he said it was fucking disgusting. But I think we're going to open the palate up with something, something we haven't had for a minute. That's the Nelson Brothers Classic. Now, Nelson Brothers, Nashville, Tennessee, blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. This is 93.3 proof. That's a little dusty. I like this bottle. I do. I like the Bell Mead better, but they're still going to get rid of it because they're not going to listen to me. You know what? Let's use a snifter because we're just opening up. We're not styling and profiling.
Know how to style and profile. Styling and profiling. Styling and profiling. It's called styling and profile.
Put it up with the Nelson Brothers. It's a good bottle. I don't know. It's between $30 and $40, I think. And it's got a good nose. Caramel, vanilla, the normal bourbon smells. It's got a bourbon note, if you will. That's really what I'm picking up on the nose. Now, it's got a little woody note to it as well.
I'm lost. Oh, I'm a lost toy.
Yeah, it's been a while since I had the old Nelson Brothers Classic. That's a good bottle, man. And for 90, whatever the hell proof they said it was, not a bad mouthfeel. It's not a cupcake. It's not a sweetness, and it's got a little leather, little tobacco note towards the finish. Gives you the vibes of maybe even a Texas bourbon, but not quite that. Oh my God, Jesus, get this out of my mouth. Now I shouldn't say that about all Texas whiskey bourbons. I just recently had a Still Austin's cask strength, had a sample of that. Man, that was unexpectedly good. I think part of the reason, I don't know, I look for a completely different profile than what I get off of a lot of Texas whiskeys and bourbons. But that's Still Austin cask strength. That was something special. Yeah, man, that's a good one there. That's a good bottle. We're gonna christen my brother's gift. Oh, yeah, that's been open a while. There's probably a little oxidation. And we're gonna try. Amen. That's a dead soldier there. We're gonna try drinking out of the. Oh, well. We're gonna try drinking out of the little the oak whiskey glass. See if we get a little something different on it. Now, Woodford Double Oak already has a very strong oak, a lot of barrel character. We're gonna see if it amplifies it. We need to clean our fucking palate though first. Whilst we're at it, go ahead and get us out a can of the old Stone Cold. Because it's Saturday afternoon. We're not going anywhere. It's good beer. Yeah, the difference between trying to nose something out of like a fluted Glencairn and this is just, you're just getting a lot of air. So it's all going to be on the palate. It does. It's almost an intrusive amount of char I'm picking up. And it's almost bitter. It's not an intrusive amount. It's very close. And it's not bitter, but it's getting there towards the end, which I don't mind because it's towards the end. There's so many awful things I want to say, but I won't. I don't know. That is interesting. Yeah, I've never drank out of a wooden whiskey glass before. That's it. It does kick it up a little notch. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but that's I probably should have saved a little bit of that to put in a Glen. Oh well, we've had Woodford Double Oak before. We know we like it, and I like this. We don't plan, we improvise. We're almost there. On last count, we were up to 142 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you for hitting that subscribe button and the likes and the love and the comments. Keep that shit up. I love it. I try to, at the very least, react to every comment. I read every comment, but I try to interact as well. And I made some buddies on there. You know who you are. Anywho, if you haven't already, go ahead and tongue punch that like button in the fart box and subscribe. And I'm going to finish off this Woodford Double Oak. And I want to thank my little brother for that. That's interesting. I doubt that's dishwasher safe, but that's very interesting. That is fucking beer. Woo! And for my beer drinking audience out there, which I don't, that's not what this channel's about. You know what? This channel's whatever the hell we want to make it about. This has just got a lot of beer flavor, and that's why I like it. So we've talked about it before. I just can't say it enough. So recently, I sampled this. Our good friend Donald Porter up in Michigan brought to my attention that he had some points on me because he had tried this before me and was a little shocked that I hadn't. You know what? I don't know why I was sleeping on this, Donald. You're right. This is good, and it's everywhere and it's affordable. I got this at Sam's Club, and then I just sat on it. I picked it up one day. I think I picked it up with a store pick, a Remus, which I have tried and it was good. Just sat on this. Put it in a blind with Blanton's, and it beat Blanton's, as I recall. Yes, it did. Also beat Blade and Bow, which also beat Blanton's. But check out that video if you want to know how that went. I want to start this little rodeo, which it's already started. And that's a dead clown there. But I want to go ahead and sample the small batch again because, as I said I was going to do, I went up and picked up a bottle of the Barrel Proof. And I got it for a very reasonable price. For the life of me, cannot remember what that was, but it wasn't bad. This is batch B524. So for those of you that speak Elijah Craig and know the significance of that, go ahead and let me know if that's good or bad. I know there are certain batches that are sought after. There are certain that people shit on. If it's as good, if not better than this, then it's a goddamn win. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I will tell you it is 130.6 proof. That is boom. That's up there. It's also 11 years 2 months is how long it's been how long it aged. Wow. I'm actually surprised I only gave what I did for that. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, it keeps saying Elijah Craig Distillery. I'm all but certain it's Heaven Hill. Like I said, I don't know too much about Elijah Craig. I am new to Elijah Craig. I can't believe I'm new to Elijah Craig because sometimes something gets a lot of hype. People talk about it, and I go, yeah, because I'm the cool kid. Dickle. But sometimes, I mean, and I've said it before, the hype's there for a friggin' reason. If the hype's there for a friggin' reason. I don't know why I'm putting those back on. I don't need them. And Elijah Craig may be worth the hype. We don't know. I've never had anything. Well, hold on. Back up the train. What the hell did I have that came from Heaven Hill that was in our bottom shelf? Oh, it was this mother right here, which actually did really well in the blind. It was the J.W. Dant Bald and Bond. And it's a Heaven Hill. And it was actually pretty goddamn good. Not great. I mean, but for I don't know, it was $20-ish, something like that. Under 25. It was pretty good pour. This was around 30, if memory serves me, and it was pretty good. I'm getting some fruit. I'm getting some sugar sweetness. That's a nice nose. It's just quality, man. Even getting a little bit of charred oak. That is just a nice pour. And I don't know if this was around 130 proof, it'd probably be just amazing. So we're going to find out. And I keep saying I think I gave about $80 for that guy. It wasn't a huge amount of money. It's more than I like to pay for a bottle, but so the acoustics on that bottle are not impressive. Let's see if it makes it up elsewhere. But this one, we already know we like. And here we are. Man, that small batch Elijah Craig is just a good pour. It's not very thick. It's got a nice finish, and it doesn't just disappear, but it does fall off a little quicker than I'd like. But you know what? I mean, I'm complaining about a $30 bottle. No, it's good. It's good. I would suggest that if you're starting your bourbon journey, make sure you have this guy on your bar. Make sure you have this guy on your bar. Kick it up a notch with that guy on your bar. Maybe the small batch, but I prefer that one. It's a little pricier, but it's good. And that is a really good jumping off point. Probably that fella as well, which is, I just found out how much I like that. Just entry level Angel's Envy is actually, for as low a proof as it is, a very good pour. I had no idea. I had no freaking idea. Okay. I had tried the triple barreled stuff, and I had swore I'd had Angel's Envy before, but apparently I had not, because, oh my goodness. Oh, you know what? I'd had some sample of some store picks. That's what it was. And they were good, but they were store picks. So they're supposed to be good. Entry level Angel's Envy. And you might want to get you a bottle of that as well. Just to round out your bar if you're starting your bourbon journey. So you've got some oak, you got some sweet, you got some all out good. Another one that I would suggest is that guy. You can't go wrong with Heaven Hills Bottle and Bond. Probably early times Bottle and Bond too, but that is probably for another video. I think I put away the Elijah Craig barrel proof. What the hell did I do with that? I haven't even drank out of it yet. Oh, well. Oh, there it is. Huh? All right, so I've been looking forward to this one because, Cassandra. Once again, 130.6 proof, 11 years, 2 months. I got to be honest. I'm getting loads of just ethanol, like nearly gasoline. It starts out a little spice, a little maybe fruity, but it's just, it smells hot. Hot! I actually think I prefer the nose on the small batch. But let's see how she tastes, because that's, at the end of the day, unless you're a whiskey connoisseur, you're trying to impress people, or you're doing a goddamn YouTube video like this, you're probably not going to sniff it. I mean, if somebody handed you a Pepsi, would you go, oh, there's carcinogens and nitrogen with a hint of sugar, lot of sugar. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to drink it. That's what matters. What it tastes like. That's what matters most. Okay, fight me in the comments if you think the nose, the mouthfeel, all that other jazz is more important than the flavor. There's somebody out there right now that's going, it all matters. Okay, what if you don't have a nose? Nah. Aha. We haven't thought about the noseless. You, man, thoughtless bastard. All those noseless people. It smells hot, and hold on, there's something else in that hot. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of cool. It's a little, I don't know, I want to say a rhubarb thing. Hot. Okay, the mouth feels good. That's the positive. It starts out sweet and oaky, but then turns extremely bitter. It starts out sweet and turns extremely bitter. Not unlike my ex-wife. I'm kidding. She's not bitter. Not anymore. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say it out loud. I like the small batch. And if I see other batches of this, yeah, I'll try them, but I'm not going to go back out and get this particular bottle. Not for the money. It's not. I mean, am I going to finish it? Fuck, probably. But I'm not going to recommend it. I can't. Now, my palate is not the same as yours. Okay? And if you like extremely tanniny, we're going to go ahead and say bitter, mid palate to finish, bourbons or whiskeys, this is probably the one for you. But I am not. Yeah. See, okay, this guy right here, almost gets that little bitter thing towards the mid and finish. Almost, but it doesn't quite. It's there, but it's no. This goes ahead and gets very tanniny. And I don't like the way it makes my tongue feel. Almost coated, but not in a good way. Coated in a. I've had the flu for a couple days. Kind of coated, not the Corey Chase way. If this was $50, I'd highly recommend it. But for the money, I think there's better stuff out there. For the money, I would rather just go get a bottle of Early Times Bourbon. Is it better than Early Times Bourbon? Yes. If you just gifted me 2 bottles and one of them was this and one of them was Early Times, I would say, yeah, that's better. But if I'm spending my hard-earned cash, it's not that much better. It's not 3.5 times better. No, I'm sorry. Now, I'm comparing it to Calumet. Calumet was more expensive. Let me think something I got here that's along the same price range or less that, hey, you know what? This guy was just a little bit more expensive. I can't say enough good things about it. That's a good pour. The Rebel 10. I might be an MGP fan. Yeah. That Pursuit United we just tried, the Double Oak Bourbon, that was an excellent pour. I think we decided it was between $60 and $70 is what I gave for that, not $50. I misspoke. So it's a little closer to the price range, but a much better pour than this, in my opinion. And I wanted to like this. But I got to tell you, I will just get another bottle of the small batch and be super happy because this is not, it's good, but it's not, to me, worth the price. Yeah, it starts out like, oh, that's going to be so good. And then it goes, no, I'm a bitter bitch. I'm going to burn your clothes. Why'd you sleep with my sister? That's what the finish in mid palate tastes like. I slept with your fucking sister. And I'm going to hear about it for the whole goddamn relationship. That's bitter. Okay. We're going to go ahead and move on. But before we get to the main event, before we get to the I'm going to try a little something. Our buddy, I think I mentioned it before, our good friend Reed Linhart, one of my best friends. Now, for those of you in construction, if the safety guy is your best friend, that's a really good idea. Reed's one of my best friends. And he was nice enough to give me a bottle of a brand we like, or like a lot of, the Penelope Peach Old Fashioned, because he said it tasted exactly like human feces. So I'm not sure if he feels the same way about me or not, now that I said that. But, oh, wait. He said, give it a try. You can have it. I don't want it. Now, if it's as bad as Reed said, we're going to try and make it good. At least to where we can keep it down. But we've got to discover first if it's really that bad. I like peach. I like peaches. I don't smell anything. I really don't smell a goddamn thing. It smells like a cup of ice. Well, I don't know if I can fix that. I just get a little nip of peach. Maybe I should have done this before I drank the 130 proof Elijah Craig, but it almost tastes medicinal. Oh, what can we do to fix that? We're going to put a little more in there. Okay, Reed, for the record, you were right. All right. Let's try this. We're gonna put a little bitters in it. Because this is the Penelope Peach Old Fashioned, ready to pour, 80 proof Penelope cocktails. I have not heard a lot about this except for what Reed has told me. Okay, so he said, according to the bottle, and he said it was absolute dog shit. And he was not far from the truth. Straight bourbon whiskey, straight rye whiskey, maple syrup, and peach bitters. Okay, I would see why they would put the maple in there, but we need to do it a little better. So we're going to use a couple different aromatic bitters here. We're going to use that one, and it needs a little. And we're going to use the orange bitters as well. I know there's somebody out there right now going, why are you doing both? Because it fucking needs it, dude. We're going to amplify that maple syrup thing. And we're going to use, and this was actually a gift from Reed as well, because he supports us. He's our buddy. This is the maple bacon. Old-fashioned simple syrup. It's not so simple. Why in the hell, you mother... Really? Ah! Oh. Where were we? So a pair of pliers later, apparently this stuff crystallizes and forms a seal stronger than 5,000 psi concrete. But anyway, we're going to use the maple bacon, and I'll show you why here in a second. Because we want a little more of that maple, because I'm not getting any maple. I'm just getting peach and yeah, just a dash. That was more than a dash, but you know what? It's not going to hurt it. We're going to go ahead and get you up. Now, we're going to use an orange peel for garnish and use the zest. We're going to make this better. We're going to make this happen. Yeah, that's what we do. So, zest. Yeah. All right. You get in there. Now, I don't want to go too far off, but goddamn, who doesn't love a Luxardo cherry? If you're not familiar with those for your old fashions, then you ain't living right, sir, or ma'am, or whomever. And then, because this is my favorite damn thing to garnish anything with, including life, one fried piece of bacon. And so what we're looking for is, with the maple and the bacon and the orange zest, is we're looking for breakfast cocktail. And I know right now someone said, this son of a bitch needs a sponsor and he needs to get to a meeting. But yeah, breakfast cocktail with and the peach, I'm hoping, shines through just enough to make this a bit original. But I want the salty, and I want the sweet, and I want the citrus. Hopefully the bitters shine through a little. And that is how I'm trying to fix this abortion. I mean, it's definitely better than right out the bottle, but man, that was a lot of effort for mediocre. Oh, there's the bacon. Yeah, so if you've made the mistake of buying a bottle of this and you want to feed it to your friends, doll it up like this and they'll go, oh, wow, that's cool. And they'll drink it. Oh, you get on the bottom of the glass, you start getting that citrus and you get that salty bacon, which is actually kind of cool there. Go a little lighter on the bitters than I did is all I've got to say. I would say just use the orange and not the aromatic, or just use the aromatic, and because you get plenty of orange with that zest. You know what? I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. And it may just be because the deeper I go, the better it gets. Just fill in the blanks there. Fill in the blanks. But okay, who doesn't love bacon? And when you get that little finish of bacon on the end of it, I gotta be honest. At this point, I can't even taste this shit. It's just, yeah. All right, so we fixed that. That's cool. Because fuck my cholesterol. All right. So don't suggest this unless you want to spend a lot of time fixing it. Like my first car. All right. I wonder if that's what Miss Piggy's labia tastes like. So we are on to the grand finale of today's video, which, hey, is also a Penelope. This is new enough that it is not on Only Drams. I tried to scan it. It had no idea what it was. This is Penelope's American Light Whiskey. Now, What I just said there deters me from this bottle. And I almost didn't even pick it up and look at it because it's called American. Ooh. Nothing burps better than bacon. Nothing. But because it's called American Light Whiskey, I almost didn't even pick up the bottle and look at it. But it was a new, strange, like olive-colored Penelope. And of course, I'm drawn to those like a moth to a fucking fire. Flame. Red flags. But when I picked it up, I realized this said aged 17 years, and it was 138.8 proof, which is, I believe, hazmat. I want to apologize, Reed. I should have grabbed the other one that was there for you. But you know what? With tax, it was $115. If this is not good, you're going to thank me. If it's real good, I'll give you some of mine. Because I texted Reed, well, actually, he texted me, said, I'm going to go buy bubbles. I'm like, yeah, I already went buy bubbles. Yeah, you want to go there right now because they've got this. And he's like, shit. And by the time he got there, the other bottle that was behind this one was already gone. So I apologize. I should have just grabbed it, but who knows? You know, that's if it was a $50 bottle, it's not such a big deal. But that with tax was $115, which is a lot more than I want to be just dishing out. I mean, this better be good, is all I'm saying. As if it's not, well, here lately, Penelope to me has been hit or miss. And I'm a Penelope fan. I am an advocate for the Penelope. Penelope is my girl. But loved it. Loved it. Didn't fucking care for it at all. This was a yes as far as ryes go. And this was an overhyped piece of shit. Just get a bottle of Rebel. Fuck this. That's all I'm saying. Our boy Brandon on Whiskey Weather said this was okay. Actually preferred it over Weller Special Reserve. I do not concur with you, sir. Maybe you're getting a little better batches out there in Ohio, but I thought for the $40 to $50 range, this was fucking garbage. And I will not buy it again, and it's probably going to sit there full on my shelf until I can convince one of my friends that they want to try it. Over and over and over until it is gone. Did not care for it. Loved the creme brulee. Oh, and this so we go from don't fucking buy it to this is one of the best bottles I've had. Best bottles of anything I've had. This is so fucking good. And it was so fun. And this one time in the Whiskey Cave, we tried Penelope Estate. Shoved a flute up my pussy. Delicious. Excellent, in fact. To tell you the truth, before we get into this, I kind of want to get into this again because it's that good. This is a Private Select 9-year blend of straight bourbon whiskeys, 101.2 proof, which if you watch the channel, you know. Between 100 and 110 is kind of where I live. Anything above that, if it's not done right, I turn my nose up at it. Anything below that is if it's not done right, I turn my nose up at. But that bottled and bond to 110 proof, it's kind of where I live. I keep saying that, and I keep fucking buying bottles at 138.6 goddamn proof. Or something like that. What was this? Yeah, 138.8. So maybe I'm lying. So I need to wash some bacon out of my mouth. I know. It'll affect the palate. I get it. We're going to need the full-size Glens for this, for sure. I just fell in love with the Penelope estate collection. I don't know the whole story. I don't know if they've got, this says private select. I don't know if they're doing these. I don't think it was a store pick of any kind. But they give you the mash bill, 74 corn, 20% rye, 1% wheat, 5% malted barley. So it's got a little bit of wheat in it. It's a 4-grain. What's this cat? Well, it doesn't say. But it does say distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, bottled by Penelope Bourbon Bottling. So we're still doing MGP, which, don't get me wrong, whatever Penelope's picking out from MGP to put in their bottles, for the most part, especially this guy, is fucking delicious. Penelope Bourbon limited release showcases rare and unique barrels we've been fortunate to discover. This release highlights a remarkable collection of light whiskey barrels distilled from corn at Seagram's, Indiana in 2006. Aged for 17 years in second fill oak barrels. That's why it's not a bourbon. This long-aged expression exemplifies the hidden gems within the world of whiskey. So, in order to be a bourbon, it has to be aged in new charred oak barrels. It can be finished in fucking fish barrels. It can be finished. I don't think I have a bottle of it here. I think it's downstairs. It can be finished in Tabasco barrels, which that's actually a poor example because that's not a bourbon either. But regardless, that's why it's a whiskey. So, now we're not doing a head-to-head comparison because I don't think that's fair. Fuck fair. Because the proof is so much higher on this one. It's not even in the same ballpark. It's not even in the same sport. I mean, this is baseball. This is playing rugby. That being said, I didn't get cut. Yeah. Amy. So, we have sampled this guy before, and we really liked it. I am pretty sure I'd have to go back to the video, but it ranked really. If it wasn't first place in Penelope's in the blind, it was second. And honestly, it probably should have been first if it wasn't. But yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm in my dad's 78 Ford F-150. It's got a bench seat. We're listening to Bryan Adams. And that is what I smelled. Perfection. Okay. It's got a really good mouthfeel. It's got, towards the mid, it's got some barrel character, but towards the front, it's got a honey sweetness that is just so good. Little spiciness, little cinnamon, and then I get that not, it's a dryness towards the end that turns it into like a like a Heath bar or a score, but not sweet. If those didn't have any sugar in them at all, like a dark chocolate or a baker's chocolate. That is so nice and complicated. I mean, complicated, like a hot chick's Facebook status. Complicated. Yeah, it doesn't quite turn bitter. It's just enough oak. I love this bottle. I do believe our friend Reed picked one of these up. He went hunting today, uh, and I believe he snatched one of these up. You're not going to be upset at that. That is a good goddamn bottle of MGP, sir. Oh, that makes me happy on the inside. You, I probably should not have taken a sip of that. That's not good for you. Like I said, I'm trying not to do these head to head, but fuck it, I wanted to. My microphone died. I had to turn on the other one. I bet my sound went to shit there for just a second. It's a syrupy honey sweetness, and then you get the oak and the char, and just a nice finish. That's a good bottle. Okay, they won with this one. If you see this guy, and I paid $80.25 at Weston Tobacco. If you get a chance to go to Weston Tobacco, go to Weston Tobacco. They roll their own cigars there. It's a cool place. But tucked in the back, they have one bad ass little fucking bourbon section. Dude, uh, I couldn't believe what it was. Ridiculous what they had there. It was ridiculous. And in Weston, okay, the land of holiday. It's not a big place, and that they were stacked. They were stacked. That's all I'm going to say. I should have. I wasn't actually recording my hunts at that point, but I regret not recording that hunt because that's where I got that bottle. That's where I got, I believe, my first bottle of the Castle and Key Wheated, and I picked something else up there too that was just to die for. But they had a great selection there. If you get to Weston, you're hanging out, and a cool town, great town. You can kill a afternoon weekend there, just seeing stuff and hanging out. Great food, great atmosphere. O'Malley's. I'm going way out in left field on some shit that no one probably wants to hear about. But you know what? Change the channel. Weston's cool. If you get to Missouri, go to Weston. It's a cool town. And you know why you want to go to Weston? Because Holiday Distillery's there. And that is an event in and of itself. Take the tour, which is still on my list of things to do, but I hear it's great. But I've been there several times for events and what have you, and it's been a fantastic time. It's where I met TJ Gamble. Was there. Cool guy. Cool. You if you're watching the Bruzel videos and you're a fan, and you're like, wow, that guy is really down to earth and cool. He is that down to earth and cool in person. He's just a good dude, just a good, friendly, knowledgeable dude. Okay, and I'm gonna stop sucking his dick for a second, and I'm gonna have a pour of. We're gonna have a whole new. So we'll have a nosing, flavor, finish, mouthfeel, value, and tone. It doesn't make any goddamn difference. I am getting dark fruit and a serious amount of high octane fucking ethanol. This is rocket fuel that I'm smelling. But aside from the Jesus Christ, this is going to burn. Excuse me. It's a nice like cherry plum. That's a good nose. I enjoy that. Other than the fact that I will not need to wax my nose hairs for a bit because right now the inside of my nose looks like the Los Angeles area. Too soon? Nah. Fuck them. Well, we're gonna give this guy a shot because that's actually a good nose. I like the nose on this better than I like the nose on the Estate Collection, because the nose on the Estate Collection to me was a bit deceiving because the flavor is phenomenal. So let's see what we got here at 138.8 proof. I understand why this is called American Light Whiskey now. That's fucking dangerous. I don't think if someone was just given a couple fingers of this and you're sitting around having cigars with your buddies, acting like a badass, and there's a nice warmth, it's not hot, it's a warmth, that is well done. That's well done. Well done, sir. It's dangerous because you don't realize what you're putting in your system there. You don't understand how close that is to just pure ethanol, because it is very unintrusive and you get a nice warmth. It's not hot in the mouth, it's a warmth, but it's not a hug. It's not a hug that you're going to it's not a hug that's going to hurt you. It's not a bear hug. It's a hug from your granny. It just makes you feel good. So I want to say it's caramel, but there's a candy sweetness that turns into just a tiny little medicinal note that I'm not crazy about. But it's not. It doesn't hang around long, but it's there. But for the proof, that is really, really easy. That is. I mean, that's my buddy's sister easy. That is. That shouldn't be that easy at almost 140 proof. Little clove thing too towards the very end that I wasn't expecting. That's God, they're going to get somebody killed. Oh, there's going to be some divorces happen over that bottle. Not just because they paid that much for it, but ooh, there's going to be some. I want your honest opinion about this, and they're going to get it. God damn. That's good. Okay, so let's rate it. It's got a good mouthfeel, not a great mouthfeel. The flavor is exceptional. Nothing really hits you like fireworks. It's all very, very well put together. The finish could hang out a bit longer, is my only real problem. As far as value, no. I would say I don't have any problem whatsoever paying $80 for this bottle. If this was the same money, I would have no problem whatsoever paying $80 for this bottle. If I have the opportunity to buy it again at 105, I will pass. But I do suggest you try it if you have the means. Oh, you like that? Huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The fuck? It's very good. For the money, this is better. Okay. Now, if money wasn't an object, money was not a factor. I mean, we're talking Sting money. This might have an edge, but this is an excellent pour for $80. $25 more. This is a good pour. They're both excellent pours, but for the money, estate. I got to go estate. I can't suggest this bottle to my viewers for the money. That being said, though, give it a shot. You get a chance to get a pour of it, absolutely, you want to try it, because who doesn't want to try hazmat? I cannot believe how smooth that is at almost 140 proof. I'm almost regretting those words. I want to say for $105, fucking pull the trigger. But if you can get this for $80, pull the trigger on it first. How's that? Okay. If you don't have this available, go ahead and spend the other $25 because it's worth the experience. It is good. It's hazmat. It's good. It's really good. I think for the value, though, when you factor in the dollars and cents, this is better. Fucking Penelope. They're going to be the death of me. I'm going to wake up one morning, my liver's going to be laying beside me, smoking a cigarette, drinking a black cup of coffee, going, Ron, what the fuck was that all about? And these guys are probably going to be to blame. I mean, that in my childhood, but you know. I don't feel like stopping. I probably should. That would be the sumbitch. That would be the smart thing to do. But I don't know. I kind of want to dive off into something we haven't done. Now, American Light Whiskey at 138.8. If you can get a pour of it somewhere, you know, in a whiskey bar, give it a shot, because you might say that's good enough. I want to spend $105. I can't suggest to you that you go out and just spend the $105 on something that you haven't sampled. Now, me myself, I'm an idiot, so I did that. But dude, it's 138.8 proof. I'm gonna drink it slowly. What else do we want to? Oh, you know what? I don't know. I don't know what we haven't been into lately that we should probably go ahead and just tear the goddamn seal off. Yeah, I do. I want to know what all the fuss is about. Okay, because that's not mine. I've got to open one somewhere. I should definitely start thinking this through a little better. So here it is. You always see this for more money than this on the secondary. I don't understand why. Okay? I don't get it. Age 12 years and it's 90 proof. All right? I don't see an age statement on here, and it's 107 proof, and it's perfect. It's perfect. Okay? That's Kurt Angle. Perfect. Actually, it's if Kurt Angle had got a better push. I mean, he should have beaten Bret Hart. Let's just go ahead and look at the footage, and go ahead and he would have been a great heel champ. Because the best champs are heel champs. Nick Bockwinkel, Ric Flair. I could go on. The heel champs are the best champs, because then the hero gets to chase them. Kurt Angle would have been a great champ. Superstar Bill Graham. Fucking probably one of the greatest heel champs of all time. That way he got to swindle the good guys. This is that. Okay? I digress. I want to know why in the hell this 12-year-old bottle of Darkness. Charlie Murphy. Ends up, now not in the MSRP, but in the secondary market, so much higher than this. Let's find out. It's for the kids. We're going to pop it open. Everybody pay attention? Yeah, I don't even get to say a pretty girl's name because it's a goddamn screw top. Not a plastic cap, a metal screw top. Like fucking Benchmark. This has a cork. Oh, that's got a nice sound. Listen to that. Listen to that. That's... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that chubs me up. Screw top. Metal. 90 proof. Screw top. I mean, really, this is just old Special Reserve. $27. Look right there. $26.99. I see a... This is a bit darker, I will say that. But I gotta tell you, if I had to do it again, and I will do it again, because I'm chasing Wellers like everybody else in the whiskey world. Probably gonna try that foolproof, buddy. But I put these on so I could read about this. So this is aged 12 years. It is Weller 12. It is the Black Label Weller. I mean, it's somewhat sought after. We're going to go ahead and say it out loud. But it's only 90 proof, man. It's only 90 proof. 107 is just where it's at for me. But let's see. I bet you popped this on thinking, well, let's see what the old Neanderthal's doing this time. And all of a sudden I'm popping open Weller 12. Well, it keeps, fucking Jesus Christ. That's a mess. That's moist. I'm sorry. That is a fucking really good nose. Shit, didn't expect that. I'm getting all the cool stuff about Weller. That sweet caramel fucking good shit. And it's actually smelling a little proofy, and it shouldn't be because it's only 90 proof. I have never tried Weller 12. I have been sitting on this bottle. I bought this bottle and I put it up here on my shelf to look like I'm cool. It's my first sampling of Weller 12. That is a really nice nose. We're going to go all out for this one because how often do you open a bottle of that? Relationships have ended over that bottle. Okay, so that failed because my fingers smell like bacon. So unless this tastes like bacon, that was a waste of time. So I'm just going to say it. That's a pretty good goddamn pour. The hell's going on? Man. Sorry. That's pretty good. I had hoped with the age the mouthfeel would be a little bit better, but with the proof, it is what I expected. What I am getting, because I'm getting a lot more barrel character and impact. But I'm getting all the good stuff off of a Special Reserve. The sweet wheat, the caramel, and then I get oak tannin and char, but not Elijah Craig barrel proof. Just right. Correct. I get it now. I keep wanting to say it's Weller's overrated, because I say all the time Blanton's is overrated. Just get a bottle of Special Reserve. But this is amazing. This is really good. It's everything good about Weller with some serious barrel char. It's weird how the Weller sweetness kind of ties into the oaky smoky, but I ain't disliking it. Man, fucking Jesus, that's good. Shit. See, I want to open bottles like that and go, it's overrated. I don't know what the fuss is about, but I mean, don't go out and pay fucking ridiculous secondary prices, but I think right now you can get those off the shelf in Tennessee for under $100. I would I would do that. In fact, my next trip to Tennessee, I'm going to try and load up on the 12. That's a very good bottle. God damn it. You know what? I haven't had a bad Weller. Because when I can get Special Reserve for $27, Antique 107 is actually coming down in price. Even the secondary is. It just keeps getting better the higher up the fucking ladder I climb. Is this better than this, though? That depends on what you like. This more oaky and smoky. This is sweet wheat. I don't know. I got a hard time. There. That's fucking good. Oh, that tickles me on the inside. Shush. Yeah, so I'm afraid this is a yes. What we started out with today, opening our palettes, this is, of course, a yes. Where did we go from there? Well, we went to the small batch special reserve, which we know we like, but then we went to the barrel proof, and that to me was a no. Not for the price. Good juice, not worth what you're paying. Sorry. I know there's fans of this out there. I know there's big fans of this out there. There's probably people that are gonna be like, you are out of your element, Randy, Donnie, whatever your name is. But to me, I would rather have the small batch for the money. This guy is almost a yes for the money, but I think it needs to come down in price a little. Let's get it around $90 and then it's a yes. Okay? Is that fair? Because it's hazmat for sure. That makes it pricey. But when you can get that for $81 with $80.95, get that. So that's all I got for you. I appreciate you hanging in there with me. This has been kind of a long one, but it's been a fun one for certain. Now, I'm going to go towel off the boob sweat. So thanks for playing.